Now, I've shared dozens of night routines over the years.
Next, of course, I'm going to read.
However, I've never done my night routine for a week, and routines do change from day to day.
It's neither day nor night, and I often think of that passage when I'm looking at the sky at dusk.
So please join me for a week of evenings where I show you how my routine differs between days.
Look at Lola, she's already putting herself to bed.
Look at the daffodils. Hello, it's Ruby, and I'm starting this video on Tuesday because I only just realised I wanted to film it. But every night this week I'm going to be showing you my night routine, and I'll be starting every day at 5 because that's roughly the time I get back from work. 2 days I get back at 6, 1 day I get back at 5. So it's currently 5 on Tuesday, and I'm going to do a bit of writing first thing. I won't do much, but I want to do a little something. I'm currently preparing these big character profiles for my 3 main characters. To help me do that, I'm taking this class on Skillshare. It's called Writing Authentic Fiction, How to Build a Believable Character. I'm only 3 classes in, which really isn't saying much because it's only like 5 minutes per class. But it is by Sabah Tahir, who is a best-selling author, and she knows how to build believable characters, so she is a great person to learn from.
I genuinely found this class so helpful. It's all about giving your characters believable goals and motivations so they feel like real people.
And so much of my writing is about realistically portraying human nature, even if it is in a fantasy world.
I must say that the Skillshare classes on writing are my personal favourites, and I always feel like I gain so much from them.
So there is this worksheet that she's using. I've just downloaded it so that I can fill it out too.
In the evening, I like to put aside time for writing, and this was a really useful thing to do for my novel. On Skillshare, you can access this class and so many others. Truly, there is a huge number to choose from, and the first 500 people to click on the link in the description box can also get a month of Skillshare for free.
Anyway, I'm gonna go have a shower. I wouldn't always have a shower this early, but I'm really just fancying a shower.
Look at Lola, she's already putting herself to bed. Are you? Are you? You're not very well today, are you?
I've had my shower, as you can tell from my damp hair, and the next thing I like to do is a tiny bit of journaling. This is my diary sort of journal, so it's about documenting what I do in a day as opposed to reflections, which I would use a different notebook for. Next, I would just do any admin tasks which are outstanding. So today I've got some emails, I'll always go through those, and there are also 2 very short pieces of content to edit, which I've grouped under admin because they're not going to take me very long at all.
I will say that the order of my night routine at the moment is not very structured. It's more that I have a to-do list of things that I know I will do that evening, but I don't always do it in the same order, and you will notice that in this video. I've just realised that it's quite nice for things to be intuitive in the evenings, and so if you know that you're going to be doing something creative, you know, like writing, and also going to be doing emails, the order doesn't really matter, just that you do them both. If you suddenly have a burst of creativity, you don't want to not do it because you're meant to be doing emails.
I finished all the emails, so I'm now going to edit. I've edited one, I'm editing the second one now, which is an unboxing of this locket. Sorry, Lola's barking. It's really cute, and Fable England sent both me and my mum one, which is so lovely of them. Oh, and since my protagonist is a bird enthusiast, these videos are out now all edited. It's starting to get a little bit dark, and this is my favourite time of day, so at this time of day I always like to go outside. First though, yesterday I was given these absolutely beautiful flowers. I don't think I've ever been given flowers this beautiful.
Like, it's just unbelievably beautiful.
This is my favourite time of day. I just love that moment between day and night, the kind of cusp between both, the line between both, and the fact that it blurs, and this lovely like grey where that line is blurring and it's neither day nor night. And I also love that the birds start singing again, like you've got the dawn chorus, but then listen, and you've got this beautiful bird song in the evening. And so I really try to just go outside for like 5 minutes at this time of day because it just helps me appreciate my favourite time of day. Look at the daffodils. It is quite cold though. Mum and I are wearing matching pyjamas, but she doesn't want to be in the video. This is Mum's dinner.
Very exciting.
Spaghetti and
Yeah,
broccoli.
son of the best cook ever.
Yum. Tuesday nights is also the night I have therapy. I've got about 10 minutes until I'll log into that because I do that over video call. First though, there is something I really wanted to do today that I didn't. Usually on Tuesdays I try to prioritise writing, but I ended up having lots of residual tasks that I just needed to wrap up and get done because I don't usually work on Monday, but I worked yesterday, and so it's just slightly thrown my routine and to-do list out of whack. I'm not going to have time to like do much at all, but a little bit is better than nothing, and I am really in the mood as well. So I'm going to make a mind map all about Oxford in 1890 because my book is set partially in Oxford in 1890 at the fin de siècle, which is one of my favourite periods of history. Last year when I was at Oxford I did a module in aestheticism, and in my kind of personal research around that module I was particularly interested to learn about Oxford, and my final essay that I wrote for that module was related to Oxford. So I'm going to go through that essay now and I'm going to use it as a starting point for my mind map.
And on a totally unrelated note, I definitely would recommend you printing and binding your university essays. I actually refer to these a surprising amount, and it's just really satisfying to have it all in one place.
I'm not even close to finishing this mind map, but I'm going to leave it there because otherwise I am going to be late for therapy. Beforehand, I always like to grab a glass of water and my therapy notebook where I just plan out what I want to talk about so I can make the most of the session. I've just finished therapy and now I'm going to go downstairs and get some dinner. It's quite late for me to be eating dinner, like usually I'd eat at about 6:30. I don't know what to have. I'm really in the mood for sweet potato, but we don't have sweet potato. So I think I might have noodles. It's 21:23 and I need to somehow edit a whole YouTube video before I go to bed. Ideally I like to get into bed at 9:45, but I don't think that's going to be possible. I just really have not managed the timing of this task quite right.
Now, while I really do try to get to bed on time, I've got to say I do struggle with stopping work in the evening because I don't like to leave a task undone and unfinished, and so my goal is always to get into bed at 9:45 because then I can start reading, start winding down. However, it can very often end up being a lot later because I want to finish up with what I'm doing. If you do have any tips for stopping tasks, then let me know because it's something I really continue to struggle with.
I've managed to order the clips and it's now 10 o'clock, so I'm going to turn this off. There are a few tasks that I still need to get done, but I can do those in the morning because I always have a little bit of time in the morning. I can tick that off at least. And then that's one thing that my literary agent really wants me to send over, so maybe I'll do that very quickly. It's one of those things that's only going to take me a second. I might just draft it what she needs because then I can send it in the morning. I can let myself spend 2 minutes on this.
Okay, it's 10:20 and I've finished that thing for my agent, and now I'm actually going to get ready for bed.
You're finally getting under the covers, aren't you?
You're trying to get under?
Do you want to go here? Do you want to go under here?
Oh, Lola!
You don't want them pillows, do you?
What are you doing?
Pillows the other day. Did you? Nipple those with a scratch on the floor fret. You described this woman.
Lola's mother.
Today I also quickly scrolled through Pinterest. I do love scrolling through Pinterest. It's my favourite social media platform. Next, of course, I'm going to read. I was sent an art copy of Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil, which is my most anticipated book of 2025, and it is absolutely amazing so far. I've just set out my outfit for tomorrow and made sure my bag is packed, and now I just need to set my alarm to make sure that I wake up bright and early tomorrow with plenty of time before I leave for work. I will see you tomorrow evening after work. Okay, I just finished work and we're currently in Co-op. I love these jam donuts. Oh, I don't mind. Ooh, beautiful.
Corrugated
Lovely.
iron.
I had a good day at work and I read another like 30... No, I didn't. I read some of this at work and it was really good. Not while I was working, while I was eating lunch. And then he...
But then he died. Which to me suggests fabric slash... Let's see what's on my...
I'm gonna go upstairs and do some work. I'm back from work. I've had a jam donut downstairs and I ended up chatting downstairs with my family for a little while. I'm now just going to do some quick admin tasks. I'm going to set a timer for 6:20, so 20 minutes. I think I can do it. It's out of charge. I'll just keep an eye on the time. I do spend 1 to 2 hours every night doing admin, and people always ask what I mean by admin, and I do use it in such a broad sense. It's any emails, it's anything which isn't deep or creative work. So for example, something organizational for a brand partnership, sorting out timings for something, reviewing operations for my stationery shop, those things which are kind of needed for your life to run smoothly. I really don't like tasks like this, and so I like grouping them all together to make sure I actually get them done. Hello, Lola. The sky is so beautiful today. It's just so pretty. Like, I love this time of day. I know I said this yesterday and I will probably say it tomorrow as well, but there's a reason that I come out at dusk. It's like you see colours that you just won't see during the day and they shift so quickly. It always reminds me of the beginning of The Book Thief. Well, actually not just the beginning. And the character of Death, who narrates The Book Thief, talks about how the colours of the sky are always different and they're never quite the same, and that the shade is always going to be slightly different. And I often think of that passage when I'm looking at the sky at dusk, because there are colours that you're never going to see again. This is a sight that I'm never going to look at again, even though I might stand in this exact spot and look at it 100, 1,000 more times. And you won't even properly be able to see it because the colours are not picking up the same. I just edited a YouTube video, well, edited some more of a YouTube video, the one I was working on yesterday. It's still not finalised, but there are other things I need to do and I still haven't even had dinner yet and it's 7:30. I'm now just going to order my mum's Mother's Day present, which I haven't ordered yet, even though Mother's Day is on Sunday and it's Wednesday. So that has to be a priority. That's one of my main priorities for today. So I've brought my dinner upstairs. Usually I would eat with my family, but they're watching a movie tonight, my mum and my sister, and I had work to do, so I wasn't going to join them tonight. So they ate in front of the television and I've got mine here. I made some vegan chickpea tuna and then I got some baguette
and crisps and carrots, and it's actually such a perfect dinner. I'm also now going to watch something whilst I eat. I don't usually do this, but today I'm going to. And I'm just going to go through that list that I wrote earlier. So I think I'm going to actually, while I'm eating, watch Matilda. I've been really craving watching Matilda for a couple of weeks, and so I'm dipping in and out of it, and I'm going to watch them now. I'm now going to go have a shower. Good night. I maintain these are the most beautiful flowers I've ever been given, but also maybe ever seen. I get like, it's all the purples, they're just so beautiful. Oh, there we go. That was actually so lucky. I'm also listening to Perfect Day, the Beatrix Potter song, as I do this. I just got back from work and I was given the most beautiful tulips. Completely made my day. Lola! There was one donut left, so my mum and I can half it. I'm now going to go through my to-do list for today. I have written a weekly to-do list of like things that I want to do after work every day in this. I don't tend to do like big heavy work tasks after work. I'm much more likely to just do admin based things. Once again, I just journaled. Sometimes I will even actually do bullet points if I'm really tired, because this journal is about remembering things and things I would otherwise forget. The prospect of losing memories is quite frightening. Next, I did writing because, as I say, I do try to do this every night. As you can tell though, the time when I do this can change depending on how urgent my tasks are. And again, to finish the night, I read some more of V. Schwab's new book.
We're having spaghetti tonight, aren't we? So obviously we haven't got any spaghetti in, so we have to. So we probably should get.
We were also really laughing about this because we'd gone food shopping the day before, but we were both really craving spaghetti today.
I just realised I have a cake in my pocket. I forgot about this. I took this at lunch, and look, you undo it, and magic.
Ta-da!
Oh, it's kind of gross. Yum.
Stuck to paper.
I don't know if I'll eat it.
Hello! It's 6 o'clock and I just got home and I'm so tired this evening. I'm gonna go outside. My mum is making some spaghetti for us to have for dinner, which is so lovely, and I just really want to get some fresh air.
There's something so calming about being outside. I've also put a jumper on because it is quite cold, like too cold for just a sweater vest. The sky is so beautiful. What is it? Yum! With the very best vegan cheese ever. Hello, it's Friday and it's about 7, I think, 6:45. I just put round to our neighbour's house to give them some eggs. I also went outside and I'm now gonna have a shower. One thing I will do in the evenings, and it hasn't really been applicable the last few days because I knew that I wasn't really gonna have time to watch anything, but I like to plan ahead of time what I'm gonna watch. It means that I'm more intentional with the content I'm consuming, and I'm consuming the content I actually really want to consume. So, for example, I really want to watch Adolescence tonight, and so I'm going to write down Adolescence. I think, to be fair, that's going to take up the whole of the evening. But the other thing I really want to watch is Noah's Florence vlog. And I'm just using the Things Accomplished notepad for this, which is from Pumpkin Productivity, and it is designed for writing down the things you accomplish every day, but I also like to use it for writing down the things I'm going to watch. I'm also going to fill in my journal with things that happen this day.
Like I said, I didn't really get to know her.
Now, Saturday was a little bit different because this is 5 p.m, but we were out in London. We were actually in Glossier when 5 p.m. hit, and then we went to Waterstones, of course, because how can you go to Covent Garden and not go to Waterstones? There is just something so comforting about a bookshop. We'd spent the day shopping with some old friends, and I thought I'd quickly show you what I bought. I just can't go into Muji without buying notebooks, and there was 20% off everything, so I got these two A5 notebooks, which I'm going to use in my Paper Republic. This one is lined, and this one is grid. Then I got 5 of the passport notebooks. The green ones are all grid, and then the burgundy ones are plain, and the burgundy one's my favourite. And I also got this A6 grid notebook. Again, I love this size. So then we went out for dinner. We were at Oaxaca this evening, which is so tasty. Oh my goodness, I got the vegan burrito. And here I am trying to explain where we are, but the audio was just so loud. This was the food though, it was very tasty, and we were out with my mum, my sister, and then our really close family friends who used to be our neighbours.
So we've just been to Tortilla.
Oh, no, we haven't. We went to.
Oh no, we
Oaxaca.
didn't. We went to Oaxaca, and it was very good.
We had lots of small plates.
Yes. Well, I had one large plate.
And I had some tiramisu for dessert. Yeah.
Lovely.
But we were in London because we were going to watch Mean Girls the musical. This was at the theatre which is next door to the Savoy, and they had this burn book where you could take photographs, so of course we took that opportunity.
Okay, we're about to watch Mean Girls.
Speakers will begin in 1 minute.
1 minute.
Please take your seats.
Martha.
Anyone not in their seats by the time the show begins will be directed to our notebook.
We directed to
But do not worry, we made it to our seats in time, and the musical was fantastic.
We love it so far. Do you like it, Martha? I won't show you, but do you like it?
I do.
You do? Well, that's good.
We are big fans of the movie, and so we were so excited to watch this. Better than the musical movie, I think, and just very feel good.
Yes. Send it to us out.
We mum.
Where are we? We're at the station.
Because
We're going home.
because there's an hour between trains, so we're waiting at the station.
We're waiting because we want to go home.
I'm back now and so tired, but I definitely want to have a shower. I'm incredibly tired, but I'm still going to quickly tidy my room just for 2 minutes because it will make such a difference to the way that I sleep. I've also just had these pumpkin chips from Muji. They are so good. Like
They're these really crunchy pieces of pumpkin, and they're a bit like banana chips but savoury. I'm now going to go brush my teeth, and then I will get in bed to read some more of the V. Shaw book, Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil, which is incredible. Oh my gosh, this might end up being the best book I read in 2025. I would not be surprised if it is. It's fantastic. But I've also laid out my outfit for tomorrow, just done there. Not particularly tidy. My night routine obviously was completely thrown off tonight because I was out, but I still, when I get back, try to do the main things that I try to do every night. Obviously there are things I've left out. I haven't had time to go through and do my daily admin tasks. I haven't had time to journal, but I've had time to reset, settle down before bed. One thing I also don't think I've shown yet is I have this white lavender pillow mist from the White Company, which I always spritz on my pillow before bed. I've used this pillow mist since I was like 12 and it really helps me to get to sleep. Would highly recommend using a lavender pillow mist.
So then finally here we are on Sunday, and it was Mother's Day, so we were out for a pub lunch with my grandma and my auntie, uncle and cousins, and it was just so nice to see them because my cousin lives a while away, and so it was so good to see him.
Well, she's still got food that she hasn't eaten.
Very good. We just got back from a Mother's Day meal with my grandma and my aunt, uncle and cousins. This matcha is really good. I'm going to do some more work on my novel now. I've written part of part 2, and so I'm going through what I've written. I've printed it out and it's in here, and I'm just kind of annotating it and reading it afresh, and I want to spend quite a significant amount of time writing this evening. I'm now going to go on a short walk. I tidied my room and I spent a while doing some more writing. It's 8 o'clock and I'm going to watch the second half of episode 3 of Adolescence, which I started the other day. At this point, I feel like I record the intro while I'm editing more often than I don't. But thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. As I say, I've never done a night routine in this format before, and I hope that let me know what you thought of it. Like, do you prefer my usual format of night routines? Did you like this? Anyway, yeah, it was different, that's all. But thank you so much, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day and more than just a productive week.